Welcome back everyone to Let's Play World Waves 2 as Japan, episode number 75. I debated actually for, in my head it was a discussion I had, internal discussion for, 5 or so minutes back and forth about whether or not I was going to just change the time elapsed to finish. However, that could too easily be used as like a retreat mechanism. The reason why I would do that, by the way, is just because I'm not in control of my carriers, and I have this I'm deathly afraid that they're going to wander into the battleships, the enemy battleships, and we're going to end up in a very bad situation. But I decided to let it play out. I do have a save game at the beginning of this episode. So worst comes to worst. We end up having some catastrophic failure. I can always go back and I'll leave all the footage in here so you'll see it all. So I don't yet know, and you yourselves also do not yet know whether or not that's the case. We'll play it out, and if it's something horrible that results from this Rear Admiral AI nonsense, then yeah, we'll, if it's catastrophic, I'll go back and we don't have very much. We don't have a very small margin of error fighting against the U.S. So, no. So yeah, we need to be a little bit. Excuse me, mindful that this series basically ends once we lose or win against the US. So having a defeat so early on would be a little unfortunate. We'd like to keep ourselves in the fight a little bit longer. And I really don't believe what I'm saying right now. I just can't believe that we would actually lose a war. Tortuga doesn't lose wars. I mean, unless it's against the British and it's done by the diplomats. But anyway, what ship are we? Oh my gosh, looking around, I somehow only focused over here. Yeah, there's a whole engagement going on over here, and I really have to pay attention to this. Okay, so things are starting off okay here. We need you guys to swing back in. We have the carriers. It looks like they've swung south, which is good for me. And these guys I don't have control over, so we'll just let them do whatever they want. Carriers are making their way this way, so we're going to pen them. Pin them in the pen. Pin them, I guess. Box them in. Enemy aircraft are approaching. Oh, that's not good. Well, we'll see how that goes. Boxer does not look like she's making a turn to the south or to the east. Yeah, she's turning west. Hancock is going to receive the fury of the Miyoko. And remember, these do have 8... Oh. Okay, I actually have to think about this now. So they have starboard side guns, which means I'm actually immune to them right now, but my destroyers are not. And my destroyers are firing torpedoes, which I probably prohibited once upon a time. I will once again prohibit. It's not that we don't want them to fire. This is probably even a good time for them to fire, but I'd prefer to save them. Well, save them for what is the question? Is this not a good time to fire them? Okay, I'm going to let them fire. I'm going to let them go. Actually, the Miyoko, of all people, has... Oh, I can't tell them to fire. Well, let's go ahead and ask them to launch torpedoes. I would have hoped they'd launch... Nah, oh, yeah, I can't control this, so we're going to let it go. Since I cannot control whether or not they launch torpedoes at a specific moment, let's prefer that they target... Hopefully they target the Hancock here. Okay. Hancock is getting hit. I think we're launching torpedoes at the wrong direction, but... Okay, the Kaigaryu's hit by a torpedo. Unfortunately, we don't have any control over this ship. So this is the problem, of course, that we don't have control, so that they might just end up getting themselves sunk. Yeah, I could use a lot of ammunition in my defense for speeding this battle up. But hey, if we had sped the battle up, we may not have had the opportunity to sink the Hancock, which it looks like we're going to get an opportunity to do. And I don't know about you, but this seems like an ideal situation for launching torpedoes. And don't let Tortuga's thoughts on this get in the way of tactical knowledge or tactical thought, but it certainly does seem like that's a good opportunity. With the enemy swinging, about to present her broadside, she has no choice, otherwise she rams. Basically perfect. Okay, got her with 2. Fantastic. And that's probably already enough to doom her. 22,000, maybe not. We'll continue to let him fire. Oh gosh. So that might be fatal. I mean, these are very small. Well, 11,000 tons. I guess it's not too small. We have to hope, essentially, that we're doing a lot of aircraft damage and that they can't mount another attack after this. I certainly hope that's the case, but time-wise, plenty of time for things to get worse. I might actually do that. I might just disengage and call this battle to a close, which I can do just by editing the time elapsed to something, absurdly large. I think it just ends at some point. And we will still have to, unfortunately, suffer the many turns of damage that happen after that to flooding. So I guess it's, in theory, if I want to min-max things a little bit, I shouldn't, I don't want to min-max too much the point of time at which I leave to close the battle. That's a little unfair, but I just want to remind myself and everyone else. You do have flooding for about, was it like 200 minutes after the battle ends to simulate that there's continued time of flooding, that the ship doesn't just miraculously get saved the moment the battle ends. Looks very effective though. This is, okay, Hancock is no longer a threat. We'll call time of death on her. Switch over if we can to the Boxer. Which, no, that's the the San Francisco here. It's on fire. A light cruiser, a potent light cruiser. If we can get the Boxer, I will consider this mission accomplished. That heavy cruiser strike force going in, man, they were attacked by aircraft, and I mean, it didn't necessarily look good. So the one thing we could do, I mean, I don't know how we would even manage to do this. I guess I should take a look at where my aircraft are. Do we have anybody who's really in fighting position? Not really. Oh, we do. To the tune of 1 torpedo bomber. No, wait. I mean, we have something. Let's launch it. Question here would be where to launch it. Is it better to launch against the carriers now to try to prevent yet another attack wave? Also, the carriers are tied up by my force, which is good. Or should we try to prevent the destruction of our carrier fleet to surface vessels? Which, I mean, essentially we can pray we don't get attacked by aircraft. Or if we get attacked by aircraft, we can pray that we survive that. I feel like the chances of us surviving a surface engagement are significantly lower. So we'll probably do that. We'll probably just end up are these the most recent reports? Yes. Yeah, these are the more recent reports. Okay, so they're still over here. Could probably set something like this and just launch that. We'll prioritize battleships. And I could have coordinated the attack. That was kind of a mistake, but you click a little bit too quickly, and that's the... I don't think there's an option of changing it, so... We'll get these torpedo bombers ready. This is a significant number. Better to get them ready to strike. We have enough torpedoes for them and everything. Oh, it exceeds it. Yeah, that's true. We could... So someone mentioned to me I could ready let... You know what? Can I do that? In this case, it certainly does seem worthwhile to ready one less, so we can actually get them both off at the same time. There we go. Perfect. And we'll ready the one last one as well. It can go in a second wave. All when it's lonesome. Don't leave me. Don't leave me, guys. Okay, there's the enemy. Well, this is a mess. We certainly put a spattering of torpedoes that way. Miyoko needs to continue on the attack. Hancock is, I assume, dead. So really it's just coming down to, okay, Miyoko, I don't know how to tell you this in a more convincing manner. I might even just do this. Hold fire for 10 minutes. which is not ideal. But I just don't want her wasting her ammunition. What is her ammunition? Something we need to consider conserving? AP, HE. So if it's HE, yes. If it's AP, no. We still have a lot of rounds left. So I might just really want her to... Is she at squad max? She is. I just really want her to focus her target on the Boxer, or, you know, any of the light cruisers. Anything besides a ship which is already sinking. Now this is an interesting turn of events. The Denver and one of the Decatur's turning east into us. It's potentially problematic. Hopefully we get a hit. I'm really hoping we get a hit with our torpedoes here. Oh, that looks good. And if we can silence the Decatur before she can hit the Miyoko, we'll have the Miyoko turn almost nose on with her. Oh, wow, the Denver just barely avoided that there, didn't she? Oh, interesting. The Omei, on her final run home, I mean, she's getting close to actually entering port. Is she entering port? I really hate not having captain's mode on. Oh, the Congo, that's right. This is our heroic sacrifice. Well, good turn for us. Denver getting hits. Black Ryu hit, but the whole hit doesn't seem like it was too bad. And then already trying to silence the Decatur before she's able to launch any torpedoes. That's assuming she has torpedoes left, but you know, you never know with the AI. I'll probably turn away a little bit here. I can't believe the Denver has managed to avoid every single torpedo, though. It's remarkable. Very lucky on her behalf. I'm not even sure it matters. It looks like she's losing steam quickly here. And I'll probably cut back yet again. Oh, the last two from the Yokozuna there, I think those are from the Yokozuna. Those might end up being the ones that win the day. We're going to keep pulling back, and now we can pull back forward. Just making sure, of course, that we don't get torpedoed ourselves. Ah, oh, they missed. So if the Miyoko wants to launch torpedoes now, would be a good time. Yeah, I mean, we're still putting really good fire into the Denver. And we don't want to lose the Boxer here. She is fleeing the scene. No surprise there. Guess I'm going to turn my light cruisers back in. I'm even going to turn my destroyer back in. And eventually we'll get our cruiser to make the turn as well. We want to head that direction. In fact, let's just do it. Let's just make the full run at the Boxer. Mission accomplished if we do get her. Oh man, this is so stupid. I don't know what's going on here. Anyway. Well, the Congo by herself is causing these ships to flee, which makes me happy. What do we have going on with our aircraft? Let's see. We have some unreadied. I mean, any groups of 1 I'm going to still leave. Group of 8, group of 13, and at this point even groups of 14 fighters are all going to be readied. Okay. Do that. Hopefully I still get the pop-up when they're ready to go. So Omei, what are you doing? Why are you not going to port? Well, I guess you aren't sinking, but are you a separate? You are. With only 1 attack aircraft. Nope, not. I'm not interested. Oops. So we could get this one to be readied. Ready strike. Okay, good. Really wish I could control these guys. Okay, yeah, I mean, from that perspective, man, I gotta send the Shinigami back. I know that she's... Oh, gosh, she's so close to dead. Can't do it. She'll never make it. Feel bad for that American ship. Oh, Lord. Okay, we need to just turn off all fire for a little bit. Hancock? Oh, gosh, I thought it was the Boxer. Nope, that's the Hancock. We don't want to fire at that, no. We already got a Hornet down. Man, we've done well. This is going to be a victory. Just remind ourselves that. So long as we can pull it together. Okay, Denver's taking another torpedo. Not that, you know, it's not surprising. It's not really even interesting, considering she's already dead. Try to make... Okay. Coon. One torpedo bomber is ready. Oh boy. Should have been here, right? Yeah, oh brother. Well, let me just tell you. Oh, this is actually going to launch after the other ones, so I can launch her. I'm not going to. I'm actually not going to. I think one is just not... What is that going to do? What is that going to accomplish? So let's prevent torpedo launching while we still have a few torpedoes left. Okay, now that's interesting. That's much more interesting. And we can coordinate these launches. If we wait another minute, No, this is it. Yep, we can coordinate these strikes on the same battleships. And I think I'm still going to do that, because these guys are an ever-present threat. Okay, I'm sorry. You know, good luck on your landing. I hope you're already well practiced in that. Because here we go. Okay, destroyers are firing. That's fine. I think I'll also turn off the fire of my light cruisers just to save their ammunition. At this point, we would be engaging the Boxer. Just want to make sure that we bypass this Rowan first. We're still hitting her with torpedoes, oh my goodness. Yeah, and just to make sure these are sightings, we probably should just clear all the reports. I don't want to... Okay, let's just delete... Oh, that was the wrong... No, that was the right one. Let's delete... Oh boy. Can I do delete now? So these are the original reports from like many hours ago. Can I do shit? Oh, I can. Let's delete any reports from older than 6 o'clock. There's some here with the zeros, and I think that these reports are just misfiled as zeros, and they're actually 7s, because I think this is all chronologically going from oldest to newest. It's my belief. Okay, so that did help. I got rid of some of the flags. The reason why I wanted to get rid of those, it's not useful to get rid of information, but I want to be able to see when we're actually seeing ships versus flags. You know, it's pretty hard to distinguish between them at a distance. You know, impossible. So things are still going well here. I think that I can probably turn off... Yeah, I think we can probably turn off the hold fire command. Allow them to fire once more. Let's see how things are going over here. The Kongu's still holding them at bay. 1 destroyer versus 4 battleships or so. And our aircraft are approaching, so Satori now has some available. Should be here. And you're ready as well, so let's also get you to attack here. Yeah, well, I'm really sorry about that dusk thing, but we need you guys to do some damage. It's really the last thing that would prevent me from being able to escape is that fleet, which is not a surprising comment, obviously. It's pretty obvious. Okay, let's turn on the firing of our Miyoko. Light cruisers are already engaging. The destroyers are about to give a broadside to... Okay. Okay, where are you? It's here? Yeah. We'll just launch this one on the same trajectory. I think it's a good one. Yeah, we're getting a lot of damage in onto the San Francisco. That's good to see. The Miyoko seems to be screened well enough from torpedoes. Okay. Use. I think we're just going to be launching all of these whenever they get ready. Coordinated strike, that's fine. And these are guys are going to be landing at night. That might not be true, though, if they find the target quicker. I probably could have shortened the range a little bit to help me with that. Anyways, now it's just a full-on chase to get the Boxer. And considering she's a much heavier ship than us, the light cruisers are going to be the ones who receive the fire from her 8-inch guns. The Myoko is not, which is nice. Get you guys to stop firing for a little bit. I think that the San Francisco's already dead. She's like obliterated. Are we still firing at her? No, we are firing at the Boxer, I think. Oh, no, we aren't. Man, it's, you know, I miss Captain's Mode, let me tell you. Okay, yeah, we switched. There it is. There's the good stuff. Alright, let's get you guys to run right at them. Everyone just run right at the Boxer. And those are still flags. Let's see how everything's doing up here. Okay, you have a few torpedoes. I'm actually going to use you guys in the attack because I want to try to get these battleships not to go too far north. And the reason why is I have people making bombing runs to the south. Oh boy. That's the last thing we need right now is more on misfortune for the poor Ome. Like, why is she not going to port? I'll never know. Maybe I can get her to detach. Okay, does that work? She turned! Maybe she's going. It doesn't look like it, but... Oh my god, that's a terrible... She might be dead. We are hitting the Boxer now, so that's the good news. Gonna hold my torpedo fire here. Oh, we already are. Huh. That explains why I didn't launch at the San Francisco. Reason is, I don't think that we're gonna need to torpedo the Boxer. And it might be a waste of ammunition. Torpedoes. These torpedoes can be spent on something else. Getting lucky at night, perhaps. Yeah, and I think we're gonna end up just wrecking her. She's on fire. Certainly she's incapable of launching aircraft at this point. She's not going to be able to turn into the wind anyway. Now, are you actually not so stupid as to stay? Are you... Go to port! Okay, yeah, you know what, this is... I think that even though we are not going to be able to sink, if we do this, I think we are going to accept the fact that we will not be able to sink the Boxer. Or maybe right after she sinks. I'm going to save the game. I'm going to pause. I'm going to, you know, essentially end the battle. Because I'm going to pull my hair out. And I really don't have that much to spare, so... Wow, that is a lot of smoke. Holy cow. This is what happens when you dropped an atom bomb on somebody. That is a lot of smoke. Okay, let's get out of here. Clear off. We could get lucky and intercept the other carriers, and although I don't... Yeah, I mean... Just disable all fire. And let's cruise up to... Let's get these guys into AI control, in fact. Get the Myoko to settle down to a nice, comfortable 20 knots. And we'll keep sending her off, though. Are you... Yeah, don't launch your torpedoes either. Though, you know, frankly, you haven't launched your torpedoes, so... Why? Okay, so on AI control, they're just going to launch torpedoes? Is that the life I have to live? Yes. The answer is yes. So many torpedoes wasted. Oh well. Okay, we'll move on. Okay, congrats. Congrats again. Oh, it actually is getting dark. Okay, this is quite good. The only bad news is that none of our... I haven't seen... Finally, okay. Just in the nick of time we get the report that our aircraft are approaching. Time is running out. Oh, interesting. Even some, I think these are from shore. I don't know why else... Okay, we're hitting. Are you actually making for port? I don't know. But I think we can run at speed now. If they manage to get some damage done, that's fantastic, but... Okay, Ome reduced damage, or fire by damage control. It's still on fire for... I mean, that ship is probably a goner. Which is very sad. Okay, I think we're going to go ahead and just manually end the battle at this point. After this, at least. We'll let my aircraft get in, yeah, sure. I actually managed to get a few bomb hits, that's nice. I don't think it'll amount to anything because, again, the battle will end immediately, so there's flooding damage won't have any effect. Okay, I think we go one more. Back to 5. It's amazing how bad her damage control is. She's only going 6 knots, too. I mean, she's heading towards port, though. I might actually want to let her go to port, because it does look like she's going right to port. Why she wasn't doing that to begin with, obviously raising a lot of questions. She easily could have made it to port, being all the way up here. Oh my god, we have a radar contact up here? What the hell's this? Must have been one of our own, right? One of our own patrol? No, yeah, okay. That's alright, Shinigami. You're almost home. I think we just squad max her in. And as soon as Ome enters port... No! What the hell is she doing? Well, we will definitely end the battle right now. I'm going to try to save her. I don't know what happens with fires. I know flooding she may sink anyway, but here we go. So, I'll be right back. Okay, well, felt a little guilty doing that. We're probably going to end up saving the Ome. I don't know, actually. We'll see what happens. Time elapse is now 2,500. I think it was at 900 before, so there's... But I do think that we easily could have gotten the Ome to port. So, although I'm... It's one of those things where I'm... How do you explain this? I'm okay with the AI putting me in less advantageous situations, but I'm not okay when the AI, it's just suicidal. It's not even suicidal in a potentially positive, aggressive way. It's just not sensible. It just, that's an understatement. I feel like not sensible is too kind of an expression. It has a choice to save itself or not for no other gain or advantage. Just what do you want to save the ship? Yes, no, is the whole flow chart. It's not, do you want to save the ship and possibly, lose some advantage on the enemy? It's just, here's a flowchart. Do you want to save your own ship? No. No, that doesn't make sense. No, you do. Yes, the answer is yes. You do want to save yourself. Just go to port. Anyway. And obviously in real life, with the port right here, this vessel would have made it directly to port. And probably would have got some help getting towed in, and who knows. But, the situation is such that in the game, the AI is obviously making a objectively suboptimal decision. Objectively, I'm saying objectively, not even subjectively, which is a pretty strong statement. All right, anyway, let's see what happens. Oh god, the battle's still going to run. Is it because we're in vision of somebody? And this is... Did I not set it long enough? Oh my god, Ome. Well, Shinigami's going to get to port, which is nice. Let me try this again. Does this seem to work last time? It's not working. Okay. Can I get you to screen for someone else? Maybe this is what's causing the problem. Okay, that seemed to have worked. What is your... Can I have you core with the Shinigami? No, not even an option. Okay, now let's have you leave your fleet and detach. Okay, I don't know what to do here. We're... Yes to all? I don't know what to do. And that's funny, the Ashigar didn't get picked up either. Huh. Or did it get picked up and then dropped again? Kongus. Okay. We torpedoed it. Okay, the battle's over. We did lose her. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Well, this is not necessarily a victory. We did not sink a single capital ship. Battleship, I should say. Wow. We didn't sink a single one. We didn't even sink the Arkansas. That is impressive. In fact, what? Okay. Obviously, I think this recording is going to end after this. I need to go. I have a date with a punching bag. What the heck? It was the Kaigeryu and not the Omei that sank? From one torpedo hit. What? Oh man, these occasions of like preposterous... Oh, it was a fire. It was a fire. There it is. So 30 minutes after the end of the battle, aviation gas was simulated to explode. They know I'm playing as Japan, apparently. Just because Japan historically had this problem doesn't mean we wouldn't have had better fire control policies. Wow. That's RNG. That's unlucky. That's quite unlucky. I mean, I've actually never seen this happen after... I don't think I've ever seen the avgas explosion happen ever. And it's certainly... I can't remember such a thing happening after the battle had ended. Now, to be fair, I have never checked all the causes of death of the enemy. Yeah, but this one was already destroyed before we ended the battle. The Hornet, I think she was already sunk. Yeah, 9 torpedo hits. Pretty clear what's happening here. In fact, 6 torpedo hits were after she was sinking. And then the Boxer... Yeah, torpedo hits, everything after she was sinking. So, but I've never gone through all this for another... Yeah, this is the Arkansas who took 2 torpedoes, a bomb hit, 12 heavy hits. Wow, I'm really surprised that she survived. I am very surprised. And it would have been nice to at least take one of their capital ships out. Put us at like a relatively even footing. Because we did lose one of our heavy cruisers. That is brutal. South Carolina also took 2 torpedo hits. 1 heavy hit. A little more understandable. These must have been the 2 bomb hits and 2 torpedo hits from the air. I'm pretty sure. Wow, I mean, these are 1,000-pound bomb hits. These are These are nothing to these are serious business. These are nothing to sneeze at. So the torpedo critical hit. And 1,000-pound bomb and deck extended. Okay, torpedo engine room hit. Holy cow. They were both very good hits. And then another 1,000-pound deck engine room hit. Oh my gosh. Did not penetrate the deck, which is 5 inches. Okay. I'm not sure what the penetration charts are, but a 1,000-pound bomb not penetrating 5 inches of deck seems right at the edge. I think that makes sense. But getting around 1,200 pounds bombs, I don't think that would. I just have some vague memory of the penetration tables. I think a 1,000-pound bomb, you'd estimate would not penetrate 5 inches, but I'm guessing 1,200-pound bomb would, or maybe it's 1,500-pound bomb would penetrate a 5-inch deck. Maybe 1,000-pound bombs are even supposed to, but there's a little randomness built in. And I'm okay with that. I kind of want to go back to the original Arkansas. Yeah, the Arkansas herself. Considered a battle cruiser, actually, which is surprising considering how heavily armed she is. Is it her speed? Yeah, 30. So what's the deal with her? They do have radar, because I'm seeing radar repaired. Torpedo room hit by, yes, these are actually destroyer launched torpedoes. I mean, there's only 2 torpedoes. They probably have torpedo defense 4, so I'm okay with that not having sunk her. Yeah, I'm not going to protest that one. I like to. I mean, of course, this is what we do as gamers. We get to the conclusion of a battle and we feel, oh, the game, it RNG'd me. But this one, I would say, okay, we did. The Kaikaryu can argue for sure that it's certainly a game giving us some bad luck, but not having any of their battleships sink, it seems justifiable. I'll have to do that a little better. I think my window's going to be resized really strange here. That's okay, we'll refit it. That's a really interesting first battle. I think this is actually one of the times where only the Navy can win the war is the most accurate statement. Okay, well, I think that's going to conclude this video. We'll keep it short here because I need time to recover from a 4-part battle. Wow. So it means we're off to a good victory point start, which on the one hand is good, but that's mostly also, I mean, not mostly, but that's significantly influenced by the surprise attack we did at the beginning, which was more successful actually than this last battle. So we sank 3 carriers, but we lost 1 of our own. Now you can say that is something like a midway, but we didn't have the carrier. Wait, no, it was 4 carriers at midway, right? They lost all 4, right? I can't remember midway. 1 carrier for 4. So we did slightly worse. 1 carrier for 3. And we also, let's see, we had more carriers to begin with. They had more carriers though. Oh boy, they had more carriers. How many did they have? Was it 6? 6 heavy carriers? And we had 4? I already forget. I was just in the battle. But I think Captain's Mode will benefit us, so we'll return to that. I'll go to preferences, make sure that is set. Yeah. So I'll check the preferences as well, but I'll do that off camera. So for now, thanks for watching. I'll see you back for the next one. Until then, stay safe and take care.